Like I said, it's been really struggle for me. And when I started in grade 9, first time was Facebook. And I made a career Facebook account. I put Bina MJ. So I was curious of who were my real parents were. And on the little picture on the back of my little brother, I flip over and it has a person named Tammy Branshaw. So I type it up, search it, and I message her, say, "Hi, my name is Sabrina McLean. I am your daughter." And what she said, she doesn't remember at all. And she did not have a daughter named Sabrina. I was crying in tears. But when I searched for my dad on Facebook, I told him who I was, and yeah, I found my dad on Facebook. And my dad sent me a video of what he did for a song. I was crying in tears so bad. And my foster dad told me not to contact both parents or their siblings. So I've been contact my own siblings, my cousins, and other cousins. When I got a bit older, I met my dad first time, and I was grateful to meet him in person, and he told me I just look like him a lot than my birth mother. Yes, I do have my birth mother voice, but I hate it at the same time. So ever since all that, I've been struggle, and I put through all that. And nobody knew how I've been through and been struggle and all that. On 2018, my ex-husband and I started boyfriend and girlfriend because we know each other 15 years ago, just being friends. And I've been having morning sickness. I feel nauseous. And then my craving was potato chips. Just plain potato chips. Most pregnancy women think about pickles and ice cream or whatever weird stuff. Me, I was eating potato chips normally. And when I found out I was pregnant, my family doctor, Harder, was surprised about this. And ever since I got pregnant and then birth on 2019, February 5th, that was my older son's birthday was. And he was almost 8 pounds. When we got married on July 10th, 2019, I told him specifically not to do that on July. And he did it anyways. So it's been rough times for me ever since my foster mom passed away. And I haven't told anybody about this, how I've been through all that in foster care. Especially I haven't told Bradley about this. I wish I could tell him about how I've been through COVID and trying to get help. And ever since I moved on. I kicked my ex-husband out since 2020, some point in July or August. I found out he was cheating on me with his best friend. And I found out she was pregnant by my ex-husband. I was angry. Yes, I was. My birth dad came down without no call, no text. But my dad told me that he was going to not kill, but hurt my ex-husband. And I told him, I said, let me deal with this. I could handle it myself. And ever since I told him I'd go home and don't worry about it, I will be fine. Ever since I moved on, probably 3 years down the road, I met Elijah, and he was drunk, he was smoking. I was not too happy with that, and specifically, he started having sex with me without no condom, no safety. So, a few months later, I found out I was pregnant on 2020 or 2022. I found out I was pregnant. So I told him that I was pregnant with your kid. He was happy, but until something happened to him, I knew he was cheating on me. I knew he was lying to me. And he actually betrayed my trust and also all that. So I came to his place and talked to his grandma, his sister, and his dad there. And I told them that he was cheating on me, and then I get a phone call from him saying if I don't get out, he will probably kill me. Ever since he tried to kill me, I was afraid. I couldn't leave in my apartment. I stayed home. I was so scared. And nobody actually helped me or rescued me. But by myself, I was. So I told Elijah, I'm going to break up with you. And ever since, he been stalking me at my apartment when I have a new boyfriend. And he been, like I said, been stalking me and wanting me so bad. And I told him Pacific no, and I called the police that he'd been stalking me, but they did not arrest him because he's autism. And then almost 4 years now, last year I broke up my daughter, her dad, because he was Pacific verbally abused with words and using me as for him talk his on behalf. So ever since I got abused and all that, when my third child came out, I lost a lot of blood. They put me blood donor in me, 2 bags of them. I almost died. And I fall asleep. I pass out. 10 hours later, I woke up. And since my last one, I did not know I was pregnant and all that. And when I got a phone call from a hospital in the U.S., she told me, graduation, you're pregnant, and I was shocked. I was speechless. Yes, I was. And I told her dad, and I was pregnant, and a miracle baby. Yeah, I'm pretty shocked that ever since I've been through a rough time, nobody knew I've been through. Yes, I have FASD, low down steam. What else? Ever since I took my medication, I have to take 2 of my other medication and 2 of my moods medication. So ever since, I'm more a little bit calmer now, instead of like freaking out and what's going on around me. And I just wish Bradley understand I've been through like he did, but it was a little bit different than I did. I just wish, him to understand where I'm coming from, and to make him understand. And ever since I moved out here from Mission to Abbotsford, I was in a woman's shelter with children. So ever since, I was uncomfortable where I was. And so the social worker drove me from Mission all the way to Abbotsford, the woman's shelter, and put me there. So when I was trying to get all ready and grab my stuff, and I slipped on the stairs, my butt cheek was covered bruises. And my health was so bad. Last November, I was sick for 2 days and then gone away. December, I was so sick. And then January the 12th and the 13th, I was really sick. I don't understand how I was getting sick. And then February, I was sick again. And then March, and then April was a lot worse. So I ended up in a hospital for 2 days. They told me to come back for ultrasound to see if you had bladder stone or kidney stone. So I said, okay, I will come back in the morning and do all that. So the next morning, I went to the hospital for ultrasound. Currently, I have a bladder stone. And then Wednesday, I got really sick. I called the caregiver of my other daughter, and I called her and say, hey, can you pick up my daughter? I'm not feeling 100% feeling well. So around 3 p.m., she picked up my daughter, and I end up in the hospital for 3 nights and 4 days. Almost 4 nights, actually. And what they told me is I had a paralysis that was attacking my bottom and all that. And the doctors and nurses asked me, did you went to farm? Did you went to see cat, dog, the lake, or anywhere place? I said, no, I haven't. So ever since I got really bad paralyzed, got me well. So the doctor given me medication. It's for 7 days. I'm not too sure all that, but nobody came to see me. My right hand was swollen, and I told the nurse that my hand is swollen like a balloon, so they have to switch the hospital bed to my left side, and they took me to x-ray to see what's going on, and nothing's going on my wrist. It was like blowing like a balloon, and I couldn't use a bathroom in the hospital, but I have to sit down in a chair in a stool. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable. And ever since when I came home on April 19th, I told everyone on Facebook that I came back from the hospital and I couldn't see my daughter for another maybe 2 weeks, maybe possibility 3 weeks. I was so sad because I couldn't see my daughter at all. And when I was getting almost fully better, I started cleaning dishes. I started cleaning the floors and everything that she could come home with me again. And I just wanted Bradley to know I've been through. Ever since I told Bradley my life in the past, I've been through, especially my birth dad told him I put in the foster home. Bradley understand how I feel, but at the same time, I don't know what's like in his mind, because everything I told him the truth, it's true. And probably he was thinking over something else and he thought I was rushing. I called my friend and see if I was rushing with him, and he says no. So I was confused, like, did not figure out why. But I just wanted to tell Bradley my life story since I posted on Facebook. That's why I did not tag you on Facebook, because you might be blocking me on Facebook. I haven't texted you at all. I just want you to understand how I've been through all that. I just wish you could tell me about this, but you kept yourself without me knowing.